From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
Right here. How the heck are you? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore for Monday, February 22nd, 2021. That's a lot of twos in there, I'm telling you. Anyway, glad to see you all. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're thawing out like we are here in Lafayette. And anyway, thank you for watching this morning. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be with me, and I hope to make it worth your while over the next couple hours. Thank you to everyone who's watching us live and interacting. And those of you who are watching on the rerun, we'd love you just the same. Hope you can come and see us live, though, and have some fun with us. Anyway, thank you for joining in with us. We are part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, a proud part of it, and we've got some great programming coming up this week that we'll go into in a minute. But I wanted to welcome everyone here and tell you that if you enjoy any part of this video at any time, please give us a like if you're on Facebook and smash that thumbs up if you are on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook on Kathy Jackson's books or the Rising Tide Broadcast Network or Rising Tide Publications, please give the page a like as well, because it helps the host so very much. And we want to thank, our Patreon supporters right there. And there they are in all their glory. Cindy, Kelly, Brian, Jeffrey, Tina, John, Clyde, and Ramelian. Glad to have you all aboard. And if you would like to support our broadcasting and publishing enterprise and get some really cool stuff in the bargain, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris, and we'll make it worth your while, I promise. Even $1 just helps us so very much. It really does. You wouldn't believe how much. And also, like I said, we're a part of the Rising Tide Network. Please check out our broadcasting page on Facebook. And last night, it was a great show with Heather Ellen, Comics, Chaos, and Sass. And she brings all three in heaping amounts. She's adorable. We love her. And today I am in charge of things. Oh, God. Nevermind the Furthermore. And tomorrow night we're going to have a full slate of broadcasting. TED Talks at 10 a.m. He's going to be talking to author Michaela J. That's promising to be a really, really fun episode. Then 6 p.m., our brother from another mother, Christian Basil, is going to have a fantastic show tomorrow night. It's not on the card there, but it's Legend of the Traveling TARDIS at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Time. He's going to be talking about Christopher Eccleston, the Ninth Doctor, because his birthday's coming up, and he's now doing. He's returned to the role of the Doctor in the Big Finish audios, and they're going to celebrate all things Christopher with Christian. It's going to be fun. Then tomorrow night, we are going to be broadcasting with Bobby Nash. He is back. He's been on a couple times before with others, but now he's got the whole dang show to himself. He's a fantastic author, a great friend. BobbyNash.com, AbrahamSnow.com. We're going to be talking about his snow books. That not just that stuff that's melting outside, but also a series of great adventure novels. And my honey is stirring. Honey, I've got coffee up here. I forgot to bring your coffee cup up. I suck. Anyway, Bobby Nash will be joining us tomorrow on Clever Title Pending. Please join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also want to put in a word in your ear. I've got my graphic. We've got some better ones on the way. Issue 1 of Comic Book Spectrum is coming this coming Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Time. I'm joined by Eric Hawkins, Clyde Hall, and Brian Rodman. And we're going to talk about comics. We're going to review some recent releases that you can pick up, and it's going to be every Thursday at 7 p.m. just before Creative as Hale with Amy Hale. It's going to be fantastic. We've got a full slate, and then later that night we got Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel. All right, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad to see you up. Good morning, honey. My honey was sleeping in this morning. But anyway, we're back, and we want to thank also Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this show. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. That's the thing that's going to possibly get somebody to pick up your comic book or your paperback and carry it to the checkout counter. So pay attention to your artwork on your cover, and especially if you hire somebody like Jeffrey Hayes, he'll pay attention and he'll make it shine. So check out Plasma Fire Graphics. Also, they have .com. They also have a page on Facebook you'll want to go to. And as if that wasn't enough, we want to thank Geek Insider for powering this show, and check out the new Ragin' channel with Meredith Walgren and Nita Lanning. It's a fun, feisty piece of entertainment there, so you'll want to sign up for that. And pardon me, I haven't enough coffee yet, but anyway, we've dilly-dallied long enough. Let's get to your comments and see how far behind I am. And if Trevor Hawkins is any indication, I am almost 2 hours behind. That's got to be a new record. I drink to my lack of glory. Anyway, I have had covfefe. I've only had a couple sips. I slept in too, man. Anyway, just like Cookie. And at 9:14, there's Comic Talk with Pop Fans. Not enough coffee. Just not enough coffee in the world, brother. Pardon me. Didn't mean to be hacking on you guys. Yeah, anyway, Pops Van Zandt, glad to see you, sir. Pops Van Zandt and CromCon's coming soon. And got that out of the way. Now I can enjoy the show. Well, I hope you do, Pops. We enjoy having you here. And the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. We just got a comment dump. I noticed that was on the every week. StreamYard has a live conference with users, and I noticed that came up a couple times about the comment dump. Anyway, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central. Check out their show on Christopher Eccleston, the Ninth Doctor. Arise, Monday Morris Monster, arise! Time to see Meredith and Nita gain more Kickstarter backers by consuming extremely hot items in mass quantities. And I'm not talking about the... It did not give me more comments here. I'm still waiting on the next comment dump. So let's go back and we'll reread that again when that comes up again. So anyway, we got Pops Van Zandt. We got Trevor Hawkins here early. Teresa Dunn. Good morning, Brian, and future millionaires of this creative universe. Have a nice day. A great day. I like the way you think, young lady. I would be happy with being a dozenaire. And the Skunk Rocker checks in. Skunk, hope you had a great weekend, sir. Morning, Brian. Good morning, Nevermorians. Morning to you, Skunk. I am almost 100% moved into my new place. Unfortunately, the last thing to be moved are my PA speakers, and it's raining. Oh, dude. Well, you be safe out there, and you take care of your babies, all right? I know you treasure your audio equipment as well. You should. Anyway, good to see you, Skunk. Hope your morning's going well, my friend. And Willow Skyler, good morning, everyone. Mwah, Willow's Pillow Talk every weekend on the Hanging with Web Show Network. Plus, she promotes our show more than I do, and she's wonderful and beautiful and darling. And if I were ever in her neighborhood, she would be my barista of choice. So. as it is. I'm at the self-serve pumps here. Anyway, good to see you here. And Joe Dog McKeel, howdy, y'all, brother. Saw your comment go up on the StreamYard chat last night, and I'm excited by stuff coming down the road. If you haven't signed up for the StreamYard YouTube channel, you ought to consider it. I'm getting a lot of good information, and I have Joe Dog there to thank for it. Also, check out Joe Dog Thursday nights at 9 p.m. On Stupid O'Clock. I think I gave it the wrong name earlier. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But anyway, Thursday nights at 9 o'clock, plus the Stupid After Show at 11 p.m. on Thursday. Then on Saturday nights at 11 p.m. And then the Stupid After Show at 1 a.m. on Sunday morning. Get your Sunday started out in the right way with the Stupid After Show. Anyway, Joe Dog, glad you're here, buddy. And hey there, friends and foes, John B. Pica, glad to have you here. Hope your morning's going well. And it's BKM time. Yes, it is. And hey, Joe. And Mark Laird, greetings from the prairie. Mark, how you doing, guy? Hope everything's going well. Love that latest chapter you sent me. That was so good. And Jeremy Woodring, talented podcaster, a dastardly dingo if ever I saw one. I'm glad I carved out some time this morning to tune in. I'm always glad you're here, Jeremy. JeremyWoodring.com. Pardon me. Check out his video editing talents. He is amazing, and hire him. And hello Willow from Joe Dog and Grant Lankard. Hey everybody, hope you had a great weekend. My weekend was crazy. Talk it up, man. Talk it up. Hey, how is the Kickstarter going? Grant Lankard was a special guest on Nevermind the Furthermore last Friday morning to launch his brand new book, Beowulf, a comedy adventure or an adventure comedy, however you want to, whatever sells that book. Anyway, it's a really good looking book, and we got him pretty well along the way on his Kickstarter, and I think he funded this weekend. Now we go towards stretch goals, and let's make this man's life insane. Angie would be glad if we did, and that's a cute countdown. I have the Skunk Rocker to thank for that, Willow. I was getting tired of the 30-second one that StreamYard provides because everyone is using it, and it's a good introduction, but I wanted something unique, and I put out a plea last week, a tearful plea, and the Skunk Rocker came to my rescue, and we got another one we're going to be using for our Thursday show, Comic Book Spectrum, that I'm really excited about. I'm really looking forward to doing that show. I've been wanting to do a basic comic related show, but there are a lot of shows on Kickstarter projects, and that's great. I'm so happy for that. And there's a lot of shows on independent comics, which makes me happy because I always root for the underdog. And so many places like Indie Vault and From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher do it so well that I didn't see that I could add anything to that particular conversation. So our goal is to review books that have some merit. It's one of those things, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything nice at all. So we're not going to, if we think a book stinks, and I read some, in fact, in the last 6 months, that I'm like, this is a piece of unadulterated garbage. There's very little to recommend it. We won't be talking about that one. We're going to just steer you to the good stuff. We don't need to take time to take pot shots at lesser lights. We want to show you where the real shine is going on. So we'll be reviewing some stuff. I already know what Clyde Hall is going to review, and I think I'm going to review one of the Future State books, which is an initiative DC Comics is doing right now, this month and next, where they are kind of halting the mainstream line to bring you the future generations of DC Comics, not just the Legion of Superheroes, but the next generation of Superman. Where is Superman in the next generation? Where's Wonder Woman? Where's Hal Jordan? Where's everybody? It's going to be a good show, and we've got a lively panel. I'm really looking forward to what everyone comes up with, and it's going to be every week before Amy Hale's show at 8 p.m. All right, and I love the new countdown video. Thank you, Jeremy. Like I said, I put out a plea, and Kyle Guthrie took pity on my tears, and so he made that for me, Jeremy. And thank you very much. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Willow and Jeffrey Hayes. When Plasma Fire Graphics fires its stuff up, you get a great book cover out of it and some great promo material. And you saw a couple of trailers they made for us. Great stuff. Good morning, Nevermorians. Make it a great Monday. PlasmaFireGraphics.com. And with those guys working for you, you will definitely have a great product. And in fact, let's give them a little. I don't run their spot enough during the show, and they are sponsoring. And I'm surprised Jeff puts up with me. Anyway, this is what Plasma Fire Graphics does, and tell me if it's not gorgeous. On Facebook and on Instagram. Now, how much would you pay? How much? You're wrong. It's far less than that. Very affordable work. Beautiful pro-level work. You'll love it. And Jeffrey is great to work with. He is fantastic. So check out PlasmaFireGraphics.com when the look of your book matters to you. Anyway, yes, Joe Dog McKeel, Countdown by Skunk Rocker. Yeah, he whipped that out in no time at all. Shut up, Christian. And it's beautiful. I am so proud of it. I really am. And then we've got another one by Cindy Kemp that we'll be using for the comic book show that I think we're covered. We're good. No, it's just that everybody's using that 30-second countdown clock that StreamYard provides, which is okay. I'm all for it. But I wanted our stuff to kind of step away from the herd there. So that's why we got it. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., good morning, Tony. Good to see you. Good Monday morning, everyone, with exclamation marks. So you know he's serious. Have a wonderful day and week. I love the new countdown. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Pardon me. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm really proud of it. I love that 10 seconds that Skunk Rocker put in there. Skunk, you are so awesome, man. You are a fantastic talent. You really are. And Skunk, I was listening to Stupid Clock the other night. I'm sorry I couldn't stay up for all of it, but I'd tune into that show you were promoting. In fact, I might even be tempted to be on it every now and then. You never know, because I like supporting my buddies. Anyway, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr., check out his Soul Ad series. It is fantastic stuff. It really is. It's really uplifting and fun and adventurous. You go and dig it. Check it out. Check out everything that great man does. And Grant Lanker says, if you haven't seen my Kickstarter, is super successful, funding in about 36 hours and being named a project we love by Kickstarter. There we go. I'll post the link on Facebook. Please do. Please do, Grant. Yeah, definitely proud of that. Be proud of that book, man. You did a great job. And funding in 36 hours. Yeah, baby. And don't let up now, Grant. Do not let up. If you haven't seen that book yet, go to monarchpublishing.net and if you sign up for Grant's really terrific newsletter, you can get a sample of it. And I need to give that some financial love. And yes, that is excellent news, Grant. So I agree with you. I agree with you, Trevor Hawkins. That is good news. And Russell Allen has made his nut and is rising quickly on his Kickstarter campaign. Plus, Russ and Grant are co-promoting. So this is really good to see. I'm really proud of those two guys, and I'm taking full credit for both of them. Actually, it's you Nevermorians that did all the hard work. So anyway, thank you folks for giving those guys some love. And I promise, I know that I go to you all and ask you to open your hearts and your wallets every now and then. But these are two good projects and two good people that I felt that it was worth your time to investigate. And I appreciate all you do for these guys. And what you can do to help them now is if they are on your friends list, please, if you see their ads come up in your newsfeed, please share them on your page. That will help them so much and get them some fresh eyes that might get them some fresh subscribers. This is good. And Joe Dog McKeel, who's also good and fresh, says biology trivia. Why is it snakes do not have balls? Answer, because none of them can dance. Well, see, there you go. Now we all know. I know that comes up a lot. Cookie and I'll be sitting around going, "Why don't have snakes have balls?" I'll be like, "Honey, I really don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Joe Dog. He'll know." Anyway, Grant Lankard posts on Facebook. Check out the Beowulf comic book at that right there, and do a search for Beowulf issue 1. That should get you if you haven't got that link. And Ted Davies, thank you, brother, for sharing this video. Looking forward to your talk with Michaela J tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Yeah, we're growing fast. We are and I want to thank everyone that's taken the time to subscribe to our YouTube pages. I think just about all of us have one now. And we're sharing our stuff on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And I think we got a couple people going on Twitch, which is uncharted territory pretty much for me. Excuse me. I may have to investigate that. I've been on shows that have been on Twitch. I think it was when. Oh, where was I? I want to say from the desk of a small press publisher, maybe. Anyway, check out Joe D. McPhee's show too. That's terrific. That's terrific. The Saturday night show. Scott Crocker says, "Oh yeah, real quick apologies to anyone who thought we, being Scrubhouse, were going to do an episode on Sunday. Adri fell and tore a tendon. Ooh. Meanwhile, I was in the middle of a move. Sorry, Scott Crocker. That's quite all right, sir. You are worth waiting on, brother." So I know you'll come back and Scrubhouse Video Club. Check it out on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitch. Now, hey, he's on Twitch. He knows what he's doing. Scott Crocker, it's all things considered. This broadcasting thing has to take a back seat to real life. And please, I hope that Adri, I hope he gets better fast. That's gotta hurt. I think I tore a tendon in my arm once. It hurt like hell. Anyway, thank you to thee and everybody else who helped me in the pre-launch process. Yeah, very cool, Grant. You did it right. And you're gonna be doing it right continually. And I'm not the. Yeah, we have Trevor Hawkins and we have the Eric Hawkins. So, and they are not related. And yeah, Teresa says, "Congratulations, Grant." Yeah, seriously, that is an accomplishment. I know how you sweated this one to start. As well you should. And Scott Crocker says, "Just remember, whenever that S word falls from the sky, stairs become slippery." Yeah, we had the temperature got above freezing on Saturday here, and we went out for a little while to run errands, Cookie and I almost fell on the and hurt myself on the sidewalk because the water had frozen in the gutters of our house. It had been coming down fast enough or slowed down in the gutters. It's science. But anyway, the gutters were clogged with ice. And so we need to change our gutters. We need new gutters. But the thing is, the ice water was falling down onto the sidewalk on the north side. The house was blocking the sunlight, so the sidewalk there was still below freezing. Excuse me. So I took one step on that, and I started going woo. So I did not fall. I didn't hurt myself at all. Just a little rattled. I think I said snow as I was hurtling along the pavement. But no, we put some salt on, and it's been absolutely wonderful. And today we are supposed to get more. We got more mildy weather yesterday. We got some rain last night, a little bit of wind today. And no, you're not going to get a weather report. We got to catch up on your stuff. Anyway, Trevor Hawkins says, "Love the floating heads graphic for the Spectrum show." Thank you. I kind of modeled that. I did that, Trevor. I did. Now, Clyde has given me a little better version of it, and we're going to be using it too. I just haven't uploaded it yet. But there it is for Comic Book Spectrum, our new show on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And Trevor, I hope you'll tune in, buddy. Anyway, the model I was using was the old Marvel comics from the 70s where they had that band across the top. And we are not going to have episodes. We're going to have issues. Boy, if there's any show that has issues, it's this crew. Anyway, we're going to have issue number 1 this coming week. So please check us out. We hope you enjoy what you hear, and please tell all your friends. It will be fun. We will have fun, and you will have fun with us. We're going to talk funny books. And let's get back to your comments here. Glad you like it. And Keisha Acuff, glad to see you. Mwah! So good to see you the other night on your lovely self on the Green Room the other day. You were wonderful. And now, did the rest of that show up for Oh yes, we got some more stuff there. And let's see, did we see the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS? Did it continue? Okay, there we go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. It didn't load earlier, Christian. I'm sorry about that. Right, I've read it all. Anyway, arise, Monday Morris monster, arise! Time to see Meredith and Nita to gain more Kickstarter backers by consuming extremely hot items in mass quantities. And I'm not talking about the cheerleaders dorm at my alma mater. I'm talking ghost peppers, and my eyes water and answer that burning question: spit or swallow, or in Nita's case, puke. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think they did that right. Chuck Pinot, about 3 or 4 months ago, was launching his Kickstarter for Belial, his comic Belial #2, and he would use the hot sauce. He used hot sauce and would take a teaspoon of it if he reached like a certain sales level or some sort of threshold. Whereas those two ladies were just simply eating them and saying, please have pity on us and subscribe. If you promise pain, people will pay off. I'm thinking of doing that for my next book. I really am. I'm thinking of doing a hot sauce thing. I actually have a pretty high tolerance for most hot sauces, but we've been buying them from Hedonist, which supplies the Hot Ones YouTube channel. And we've got one that's a 7. It's the one that I think it's from last season, but it's the one before the bomb, Beyond Insanity. This one's pretty wicked. We use it in a lot of cooking. It's got a great chipotle flavor. I love chipotle flavor. And real smoky stuff. But you gotta be real cautious with this. I had too much one night on an egg sandwich, and my sinuses burst into flames. I look like Australia from about a year ago. It felt like it too. I was feeling a fire tornado going up each nostril. But anyway, so anyway, we may do that. We may have to figure out ways that, how can I be tormented to get my Kickstarter going? That's the thing. And Grant, that's okay. And got you confused with the Trevor, and no, they are not related. And actually, it's Trevor Eric Hawkins, believe it or not, but he spells it Erick. So anyway, Pops Van Zandt, yeah, that was weird. Seems like about 6 of my comments disappeared. That happens, Pops. But one thing that doesn't disappear is CromCon. You gotta check it out. Later this month? Talk it up, Pops. Talk it up. That's why we're here, right? Excuse me. And Trevor Hawkins isn't sure that they're related. I think they are. I think they have a common ancestor in Adam and in Noah. After that, and there he is from the desk of a small press publisher. Good morning to you. Hope you had a great rest of your weekend. Saw your show on Saturday night. That was quite an adventure. I meant to write you about it yesterday. Great interview on your part, and it was interesting. It was sure interesting. I can just imagine. I think Joe D. McPhee, the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, every Saturday night at 10 p.m. It's a great show, one well worth watching. It's fantastic. I had a great time when I was on there a couple weeks ago. So anyway, I may have to send you a note later, Joe. And speaking of the other Joe Dog, the reason monsters hide under the bed is because they think Chuck Norris is patiently waiting for them in the closet. Oh, but every Doctor Who fans knows that monsters only have one function. That's to give us nightmares. And who gives monsters nightmares? The Doctor. And yes, that is funny, Teresa. That's great. And John B. Pike, I hate the countdowns because everyone does use it, and also because it's not immediately engaging. It's not bad, John. I mean, as far my personal opinion, it's not a bad. The StreamYard one is not bad. My whole thing is, though, I tune into any number of shows and I see that same countdown. There's nothing to differentiate what they do. Now, Skunk Rockers made some great, beautiful opening graphics for, like Stupid O'Clock and the Stupid After Show and Scrub House. And I mean, it's been great stuff. He's crazy talented, that Skunk. He really is a really nice guy. Although, if he doesn't want me saying that on the air, I'll stop. Probably not. Anyway, but yeah, I think it behooves us all to try to do something to, push us out from the crowd, really. And actually, John, I was doing something you might have more luck with it than I did. I had actually constructed a countdown clock in PowerPoint. I wasn't sure if I could shrink it down to the point where I could put it into StreamYard, but I'm thinking we all should just make our own damn countdown clocks. I think it's a good thing. I think it's engaging, and it does alert people that you are on rather than just slam cut and here I am. So anyway, I'm just wanting to step away from the crowd, John, just like you, johnpica.com. Check out all that man does. And also check out From Behind the Cereal Box on Saturday mornings at 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. I got so much nighttime stuff going on, John. Can't adjust. Anyway, please check them out on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central Time. It's good fun. And for the Desk of a Small Town Publisher, good morning all. We'll have to improve vetting process after this week's show. We'll have to talk about that. Anyway, I'm looking forward to being in CromCon and this week's show. Yeah, Pops, I forgot. I missed the chance to get in again. Well, heck. Anyway, and Philip Thompson, did you see my promos on Saturday? I was offline most of Saturday, which thank you, Philip. I got to thank you. I will check it out, sir. I will check it out. I do want to see that. But I want to thank the Purdue University Student Board for having me at the virtual BoilerCon this year. I gave a 45-minute talk on what I do, and hopefully I get a copy of that. I'd like to upload it to my YouTube channel. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel as of late. That's been very, very makes me very, very happy. And we are 44% of the way to 1,000. I said I would like to have 1,000 people by my birthday, but I'm not going to buy them just to get it. And I've got about a week, so I've tempered my enthusiasm. I'll be happy if I get 450. 500 would be fantastic. So anyway, I will check that out, Philip. I promise you, my friend. And Bill Sarton says, good morning, Fez-tastic man and the Nevermorians. Let the melting begin and never mention that 4-letter word again. I'm with you, Bill. I'm with you. I've had enough to last a lifetime this year. This, and I don't know how it is in Oakwood, but I know here we haven't had this much snow since the winter of 2013, 2014. And I remember that one because that was pretty brutal as far as snowfall went. When I was living, that was the last winter I spent in Champaign, Illinois. And our front lawn was kind of an odd configuration. And at one point, I remember the last huge snowfall we had, I had officially run out of places to put the snow in the front yard and still be able to see out so we could exit our front drive safely. So that was an adventure. Unfortunately, we didn't get any more snow after that, and so everything melted. And we got the hell out of Illinois. This winter, except for last week, has been pretty good overall. The temperatures have been brutal, but they've been worse a couple years. The snow was a bit hairy, but we weathered it, so to speak. So anyway, good to see you, Bill. Sarn Art 76 on Facebook. The artwork of Bill Sarn, where everything old is new again. Joe Dog McHale says, because of an incident on Saturday's after show, vetting will be required for my shows at this point forward. I apologize for the views expressed by that guest. Oh, I didn't stay up for that. Is that, if that's still up, I'm now curious. Eek. Well, and Bill Sarn, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. We are working to bring Cookie home. And anyway, Joe Dog, you make a good point. It's funny because I have talked about vetting guests, and I've actually had other broadcasters go, what do you mean you vet guests? And it is stuff like what sounds like what happened to you, and what happened to our other Joe here, Joe D. McPhee on the press desk of a small press publisher. He had a guest who apparently he has not made some friends. Let's put it that way. And they found him on the show and proceeded to derail it. I'm just curious about both that. But yeah, we vet our guests. We really do. In fact, I had somebody during one of my broadcasts recently. I was talking with somebody on there, and somebody kept saying, "Hey, bring me onto the show. Bring me on the show." I've never seen this person before. I am certainly not going to bring a stranger onto the show. Most of my, about 99.9% of my regulars here, I would have you on in a heartbeat. I would if I was good at it, I'd send you the link. Or if I knew I wanted you on the show beforehand, I would send you the link beforehand. Which, by the way, we may open up I've been resistant to having a co-host on Nevermind the Furthermore. I occasionally, when we do it, like we had Grant Lankard recently, Christian Basil pops in every now and then. That's kind of fun for a change, rather than 2 hours of relentless me. It's got to be more fun for you guys, and I like the variety. So, and Comics and More New Jersey, thank you so much, Comics and More New Jersey. I just set up your playlist, so we're going to start running those videos for you. Thank you so much, darling. Mwah, Heather, I love you. And anyway, please go to Comics and More New Jersey on YouTube, and please subscribe to that channel. Also, check out other Nevermorians like Michaela Jade, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, Ted Davies Artistry, Amy Hale, Joe Dog McKeel, Stupid O'Clock, and myself. And please take a moment and subscribe. It really helps us a lot. But anyway, thank you, Heather. I love you. And let's see. Legend of the Traveling TARDIS says, Brian, I took your advice and took Michaela Jade's challenge on and flashed my hashtag taser tits. And now I'm coming for you, Fez boy. Soon you'll be my little puppy. You want me humping your leg, dude? I don't look good on a leash. Look out. Anyway, I welcome you passing me up. You've got 50,000 people on YouTube, or rather on Facebook. How can you not translate that into monetization, dude? That's all there is to it. Oh, and to everyone who's been getting above 100 people on their YouTubes in the broadcast network, I was reminded this weekend that the reason why some of you may not have gotten your unique URLs is I think you have to be above that level for 1 month, and then it comes along. So anyway, Brian Rodman, my co-host this week on along with Eric and Clyde on Comic Book Spectrum on Thursday nights, this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. My goodness, this week is going to be a doozy. Not only will Memoirs of an Angel issue 7 be launching on Kickstarter this Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, but I'll be joining the fellas on Comic Spectrum this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. What a week. Oh, yeah. It is. And you know what, Brian? If you're launching at noon on Friday, how about I make sure I'm off the air by then so that people can go to you? All right. And if you want to use this, we could talk about using this as like a pre-launch show if you want to build up some excitement. Maybe you want to come on for a few minutes and talk about it. Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, but seriously, so proud of Michaela Jade. Hearing her selling out her book, she's an example to all of us to keep going and never stop. She was PMing me from she was at a mall in Davenport, Iowa this weekend, and she was selling her books faster than she could make change. I was so proud of her too, Christian. It's just like when you cross the 50,000 mark on Facebook, I was like, man, I just want to hug you so bad. I'm so happy for you. And same with Michaela. She has been working her curvaceous backside off to get her channel rolling. She is putting regular videos out. Folks, if you want to promote yourself and you want to use social media, look at what Christian and Michaela are doing. That is the way. And Amy Hale is stepping up. She's turning her Creative as Hale show from a bi-weekly show to a weekly show. And I'm going to be making sure I'm off the air so we don't overlap. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a show that isn't 2 hours. That's going to be a novelty. But anyway, we hope you support us on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We have our own page on Facebook. Please look for the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And I'm going to be redoing my website soon, and we're going to be doing something to help boost that too. The weak link in my social media is my own website. It's a disaster area. And I've ignored it for too long, so I'm going to be working on it this week. Anyway, Legend of Traveling TARDIS, thank you, brother. And I appreciate your shout out to Michaela. I'm proud of her too, and I'm proud of Ted Davies. He's come a long way in the last year. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning, and bring in the coffee. God bless you, young man, and all the sail within you. And speaking of the darling and delightful and charming Amy Hale, is delightful and charming combined into one. Language is my key. Anyway, good morning, all. Amy Hale. Mwah. Looking forward to this week's show. Loved last week's with George Seurat. Tell us who your guest is going to be this week on Creative as Hale, if you would. And Ted Davies says, new TED Talks tomorrow with author Michaela Jade. Be there and learn at 10 o'clock Eastern, 19 o'clock Eastern. Is that somewhere around stupid o'clock? Anyway, 19. I'm sure he meant 10 o'clock. I speak autocorrect. Anyway, check out Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube, and please give that a subscribe when you're there, okay? And tell Ted that I sent you and that he owes everything to me. Bull, he does. He does it on, so he doesn't need me. He's great. Anyway, Bill Sargent says, join the Far Out and Groovy Kids by clicking on Facebook. Sarnard 76, the artwork of Bill Sargent from better days from yesteryear. Besides my wonderful warm-up sketches, will tickle your funny bone with wacky, weird watch parties like last night's Monty Python mini marathon. So check out the artwork of Bill Sargent, where everything old is new again. Definitely check out that page. Give it a like. He's nearing 1,000 people. Happy people too. They were grumpy and irritable, but now they subscribe to the artwork of Bill Sargent, and now they have learned to love life all over again. Speaking of people we love, there's Angie Judas. Mwah! Thank you for letting us borrow your husband Friday morning. Now that I've promoted Grant's stuff, can I promote myself? Yes, I'm looking for a WFH job so I can have the flexibility to work and help Grant's success. Any leads? Work from home. Excuse me, Angie. I had a brain fart there. Yeah, work from home. Well, not knowing what you do in the cold real world, I suppose you could do that. Something popped into my head. There is something a lot of professionals use, and that's a virtual assistant. Get in touch with Amy Hale. Amy Hale has used virtual assistants, and she can tell you what their parameters of their duties can be and all. She can give you an excellent, excellent idea of what's going on. And Amy's going, what the hell are you volunteering me for now, Brian? No, I'm not volunteering you. I'm just trying to see if I can get it done. Anyway, but no, check with Amy Hale, because I know she's had some experience with that. Bless you, honey. Okay. My honey sneezed in the next room. Anyway, also promoting Grant, maybe managing part-time his social media. Now, the boy is pretty good. He did a good job on Friday's Nevermind the Furthermore. Still not, I can tell Grant's still not at ease in front of the camera. It takes time. My early stuff is a bleeping train wreck. It's not that I'm uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable on screen because I'd done some films. I did theater. I've done all kinds of things. Retail will prepare you for this like you wouldn't believe. But maybe stuff like that. Another thing is I would go to someplace like Indeed.com. And also check out LinkedIn.com, Angie. Those might be good things. Contact me offline and let's brainstorm on this, okay? I'd like to see you come home too. And then we'll get my honey home and we'll have our spouses home and everybody's like, excuse me, wait a minute, what? Anyway, Jar Hawkins, only up to the point where she'll get more followers, right? Altar boy. I kid. That's right. And congratulations, Grant, for Brian Rahman. And from all of us, all the Nevermorians, Grant, you done something good, buddy. And I know I know you've only just started and the emotional roller coaster has just begun. Angie, what you could do right now is just hold onto that boy as tightly as you can. He's going to need you so badly. I know Cookie was a huge comfort to me when I had my Kickstarter 3 years ago. And Keisha Ake, I'm always glad to be here. Darn, we're glad when you're here. You were so much fun the other night in your beguiling stormtrooper outfit. And Joe Dog McKeel says, back to my witty quips. The more people I meet, the more I like my dog. Yeah, I'm the same way. The more people I meet, the more I like your dog too. Anyway, Anthony Bevo. Hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. Happy Monday morning to you, sir. And Morbius comes out this year. Excellent. We're going to talk out. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, glad to see you here. Hope your morning is going well. I love Hot Ones, says Angie Dews. I do too. That is such a great interview. I think Sean Evans is the best interviewer right now, bar none. There's a lot of good ones out there, but he is superb. And the funny thing is, he is from the he's from Chicago originally. He graduated from the University of Illinois, where I lived for 32 years. And it was kind of funny because I saw one interview with him recently, and he was name dropping some of the people I'd actually met that were in the journalism department of the University of Illinois, a number of whom had been in local news broadcast media. But there was like a change of ownership at the local CBS affiliate, and they pretty much drove out all the old talent who had been there like forever. Okay, and all of them, most of them found a job either at Lakeland University or the University of Illinois, which is good. And Philip Thompson says, "Did you see my promo on Saturday with a quote from my book, Pet Treat? Presents a call in the wild?" No, I didn't see that. And Phil, you got to realize that we're way behind in comments because we're having a discussion. But you can post it once, and I promise I will read your stuff, buddy. I will get to it. You just got to hang on. Just like Brian Rodman is. Folks, head on over to our Facebook Live event page for the launch of Memoirs of an Angel issue 7. It's a horror fantasy comic series about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through time and space to rescue a broken witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist, so you can join this adventure this Friday at noon at that Kickstarter, at that Facebook address. And please get ready to read that book and please support it. I'm going to be supporting it. It is I've read the first few issues. It is fantastic. I've got to catch up on those. Anyway, Brian, we will help you launch it. Like I said, let's talk before then. But I am perfectly willing to make sure I'm off the air by 11:30 so that you can have the people, okay? And CromCon 11 this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, starting at noon Eastern, with guests all night on Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt and in the comic-related madness, both on Facebook. Pops Van Zandt, thank you for that. Thank you for checking in with us from YouTube. And thank you to the one, the only Kathy Jackson, who's Kathy Jackson's books we are on. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. Oh, love you, hun. Love you and Matthew. If you are a creative, please join her and me at Kathy Jackson's Books. You can post your book social links and have fun interacting with other creatives. It is a great page. It really is. And thank you, as always, Kathy, for letting me invade 3 or 4 times a week, and now 5 times a week. Oh, my God, there's so much Brian. It's nauseating. But no, this Thursday night will be Comic Book Continuum. It's going to be a great talk show about comics, and we will take your comments and your questions. That will be fun. And also Tuesday night, tomorrow night, we are going to be talking to the one, the only, let me get that card going there, the one, the only Bobby Nash. Bobby Nash is an incredibly prolific author. He's written some great stuff like the Snow series of action books, which I'm currently halfway through. OMG, they're good. And also, he's written some great stuff with Domino Lady. Great Domino Lady author. Just great author all around. Good guy. And if you want to learn how to up your promotion and publishing and writing game, this is the guy to talk to. We're going to have him on 8 p.m. Tomorrow night, February 23rd. And you can check him out before then at BobbyNash.com and at AbrahamSnow.com. And he'll be on Clever Title Pending tomorrow night. Please bring your questions. It will be so much fun. I'm going to have a good time. I plan for you all to have one as well. And let's see here. There is the other way around too. Comics with great stories, but god-awful artwork. Yeah. I seem to, of the poor comic skunk, I see more of those than I see bad story. Now, I've seen a couple. I saw one that I got through a retailer. I won't embarrass the retailer because I know he still has copies and I hope he sells them. But the art was gorgeous. The story stunk to high heaven. And the only thing worse than the story was the dialogue. It was terrible. and even if I had paid $1 for it, I overpaid for it. It was, it was only the art that was any good. The story and the actual scripting were abysmal, and there wasn't a single line in there that wasn't a cliche. There was no dialogue that gave you any idea of what the characters were about, that any of that forwarded the story at all. That was terrible. Now, Cindy Kemp does a great job. I'm currently reviewing her second issue of Animal-Eye, her new comic book series based on her book, available on Amazon, ckoepp.com. Sign for her newsletter. And she's got it. She's nailing it. I have very few suggestions at this point for her, because she learned how to do it. But this one, it's an embarrassment. It is terrible. The artist should go on and do much better things. The writer needs to go back to writing school. He needs to crack open a book and read it and figure out what he's doing wrong. And I did get a Kickstarter comic the other, about 3 or 4 months ago. Frankly, I don't want to buy another thing from that company again. I liked a couple things they did. I thought they had some good ideas, but this one book was just so god awful. I don't want anything to do with the company anymore. Anyway, the stories, where the story and the art really mesh, those are a joy to read. Because comics can tell stories with such a unique vocabulary that it's inspiring. But when they're like the little girl, when they're bad, they're horrid. Anyway, Grant Laggard says, I like the video, as anybody with any common sense will do. Exactly, Grant. Thank you. That's a good reminder. Thank you, Grant, that if you're watching us on Facebook, please like the video if you've enjoyed any part of it. Like the 14 people who have liked and loved this so far. And we appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you to all of you who have liked or loved this adventure here. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please just take a fraction of a second and hit that thumbs up button, so that it will help us. It will, and we do appreciate. We really do. And good morning, Comics and More New Jersey. Mwah! Just set up your playlist yesterday and found a way to do it quickly. So I'm really excited by that. So anyway, and you had a great show last night. You really did. Heather Ellen, we love you. Mwah, you are the best. You really are. And Amy Hale, I always vet guests. Yeah, it's insane to not vet guests. I can't imagine, because there are people that, I know a lot of people, and there's a number of them I don't really think would be great on any of my shows, for a variety of reasons, most of which have to do with presentation. Aside from the ineptitude of the host, you notice the lighting is decent. You notice the background is is okay. I should go for a more neutral background, and I probably will one of these days. I'm really looking at a green screen right now. And I'm looking for ways to pep up the visuals of this show. And I saw something this weekend. I'm like, man, I got to work on that. And I'll let you all know what it is. You'll see it when it's done. But anyway, there's just some people that think I just turn on my phone and I'm good. I see people that are otherwise intelligent human beings that just don't give a damn about how they come across on the air. They don't speak clearly. My enunciation has really improved over the time. I will say it has improved over the time I started doing these things, because it had to. My lighting has improved a lot, but it doesn't take a whole lot to have good lighting. There's just a whole lot that people could be doing, but they are choosing not to. And that's a shame. That really is a shame. Or they, like I see people that, for some reason, so many of them like to sit on their couch, slouched like they're, halfway drunk, and with the light coming behind them in the window. I've only seen a couple people that can make it work, but they are very few. So yeah, I always vet guests too. I just can't imagine. And then these shows that, like, oh, if you want to be on my show, here's the link. That would terrify me, because you don't know if you're going to get somebody who comes on and has that kind of Tourette's where they, start, screaming F words. I don't want that on this show. It's been very, very clear to me that the occasional F-bomb is tolerated, but, not not a whole lot of it. And there are shows where it's just F this, F that, F that, F the effing F. So it's like, we're not going to have that on here. Anyway, Brian Rodman said, I vetted a guest for the Dastardly Dingoes podcast and was unfriended. Unfortunately, that's life. Some folks have such fundamental differences and are very loud about their views. That's now what our shows are about. Vetting is responsible for your show and your viewers. Exactly. I think the only person that got through their vetting process was me. And they've regretted it ever since. Anyway, but no, seriously, check out the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. Do a search for it on Facebook and on YouTube. It is worth your while. It's a great deal of fun. It'll make you glad to be a geek. It really will. And Brian does such a great job on that. Brian and Jeremy, and now Alex. He is doing a good job. Really good trio there. But anyway, it's just insanity to not vet your guests. It's crazy. And also, it's like, I'm mindful of how many appearances. I see people that literally, I see a handful of people that just are on every show they can get on. And then they complain about why they can't get their work done. I noticed that a number one, well, I can't, I'm not fast. I can't get my work done. I want to get this done and that done and that done. And it's like, well, if you get your butt off the air, but every now and then you might get something done. Like, I may have to limit myself soon because I'm happy. I'm happy to accept my friends' request for me to come on. Like a week ago Sunday, Sunday Funnies, Randy Zimmerman said he needed me to come on. So I said, okay. He told me the night before. I said, fine, I'm setting my alarm. I'll be there tomorrow. If I get enough warning, I can do it. But I just don't jump on a lot of shows. Because I am the only shows I'm regular on are mine. But anyway, Crom is the 1%. Yeah, I'm the 1%. Yeah, if I'm the 1% that shouldn't be on Pops, that's probably it. Pops may say, check out CromCom this weekend. It's going to be great. Joe Dog says, Grant Lanker, now I'm super curious about what happened Saturday. Well, I guess you need to check it out. And thank you. Yeah, Comics and More. I set you up and I set up the other person in the channel. Philip, I think it is the other Philip, the gentleman you introduced us to. So yeah, I think I've got everybody just about set up, and look, I think I found an easier way to do the damn thing. So anyway, we need more of you on YouTube, darling. You've got a few stuff, but are you not sharing your Sunday night stuff to your page? We need to have you on there. We really do. And what do you mean, Grant? Asks Skunkcracker, who continues, I'm having to catch back with the video because I'm behind. So if I miss something, let me know. We'll wake you up. From the desk of a small press publisher, Joe D. McPhee says, in my case, my guest is running a convention. He had a guest for his show that was controversial. I didn't know how bad people who had problems with that guest and the sponsors affecting the show. I didn't have a clue either till his people, and that's in air quotes too, showed up. Let's just say that some people have been following this one promoter and proceeded to do. I think you did a good job on keeping the show on track, Joe. You really did. What I saw towards the end, and you really did. But you gotta wonder. Now that's something I don't know that I would have known about most of my guests, which is why 99% of my guests I know personally to one degree or another. Occasionally I'll have somebody I don't know that well, but the other people have vouched for them. Like we've got a couple people coming up in March and April that for Clever Tile Pending that I'm not real tight with, but we've talked a little, but they were recommended to me by someone. And then I've talked with them a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I like this guy. I get a good vibe. So they're on. And there are some people that honestly will never be on my show. There's a couple of people, there's probably one or two people that won't be on ever again, for the aforementioned reasons. So as I was explaining earlier, but yeah, Joe, you handled it well. You really did. You did a good job, man. And I'm really proud of you. Angie Duda says, anyway, everyone have a great day. Have to get ready for work. Angie, thank you for taking the time. And send me a message later. Let's brainstorm about getting you home, all right? And Jobby Pika, today is crazy busy with healthcare.gov enrollment. Sheesh. Oh, that's right. Today the day the government opened up the healthcare .gov again for enrollment in light of the Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic that's still going on. We're on the downhill slide, but we have a long way to go before we have herd immunity. Herd immunity is about 70% of the population being immunized against this. Unfortunately, we have too many. How does Team Skeptic put it? Something like knuckle dragging oxygen thieves. That they aren't going to get the virus. They aren't going to wear a mask because it hides their pretty faces. In fact, it was kind of funny. I was watching this one video about this one guy who he's the type that gives religion a bad name, gives it a horrible name. The Crusades did more for the positive image of religion than this guy. And you ask him to put on a mask, and he starts screaming, I'm a free man, I will not hide my face, that's the mark of the beast. And it turns out he is allegedly a minister, and he starts screaming, those masks are the mark of the beast, and this, then the other. You can't hold me. I'm a free man. I will do what I want. I am not a slave. And it's like, no, you're a narcissistic idiot is what you are. And it's kind of funny because somebody wanted, I found out through a third party that somebody wanted to discuss his anti-mask views. And this idiot, this oxygen thief, was saying, well, I don't talk to people who have fewer YouTube subscribers than I do. Let's say, and this is not meant as a slam, but from the desk of a small press publisher does not have 100 subscriptions yet to his YouTube channel. Please, let's fix that, okay? He deserves them. He really does. But the thing is, this guy has fewer than you. This guy has fewer than I did a year ago. He's only got like 40 or 50 subscribers, and he's talking about somebody with less subscribers than him. Unto me, give me the break. Anyway, but from the best of a small press publisher, I keep calling it small town, but small press publisher does deserve more. And Joe, I'm going to, when we talk, I would like to talk later about your show. I'm just curious as hell. But I'm doing something that I hope will get you some more people. Anyway, Brian Robbins says, that would be awesome to come on Friday before the launch. Man, you folks are going to be sick and tired of me by 1 p.m. on Friday. Thank you, Brian. I greatly appreciate that. Let's talk about that, Brian. Remind me for Friday. I'll send you a link if you want to come on for a bit and talk about your project, or just do what I do. God help you. Or probably you'll do it better. We'll have you on. How's that sound? And from the desk of a small press publisher, I was not prepared for those who had problems with the show, and when it happens, your reaction to it becomes critical. Luckily, I got educated on the issue and mediated. Yeah, you did a super job on that. And I think it could have gone badly for you. Now, everybody's going to want to tune into that show. Because you did do it well, because I noticed that you handled yourself with such class that the people who came on to rail against your guest was on your side. That you gave them a platform to air their grievances. You allowed them to present their evidence. And I'm sorry, all I could do was just help you on that one item. But I agree with you for not putting the audio on the air, especially unvetted. But you did a great job of fielding the complaints. And I think by the end of the show, I think you got some supporters, or at least you should. I think you did a great job. Anyway, John B. Pica says, if you haven't heard, Biden reopened open enrollment until May 15th for anyone who missed enrollment or doesn't have health insurance. I think that's a great thing. I really do. And I know it's a PETA to you, John, but I think it helps a lot of people. And if it gets them some vaccine in the next few months, I'm all for it. From the desk of a small press publisher, this is why we have to vet guests to avoid these things. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't know that I would have known how to vet for that sort of thing either. Like I said, I do have some people I trust implicitly that if they say, hey, Brian, I think you'd like this guy. And one thing I do is I have people, like if it's somebody I don't know, I say, dude, check out my show. it may not be what you want. I haven't had anyone go, "Oh God, Brian, you're right. Hey, thanks for thinking of me anyway. Bye." But no, most everybody's been like, "Wow, this looks like fun. Your people are fun. I want to be on there." So anyway, and you guys are fun, and gals too. Anyway, yeah, definitely. But Ryan Permisson and Comics More New Jersey and Ted Davies, thank you all. Wow, much love to all three of you. Thank you all for sharing the show on Facebook. I appreciate you all so much. And if you want to share the show on Facebook, please do. And also, please give it a like. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up button. It does help me in so many ways. It really does. But yeah, we do, Joe. And I don't know that unless I really did a deep dive on their page, I don't know that I'd have seen that. So, I don't think it could have been helped. Got to go, but check out all the things at johnpica.com and check him out on Saturday mornings at 9 Eastern, 8 a.m. Central for from the back of the cereal box. Great Saturday morning show on all things geek. Check it out. John, thank you for being here, brother. I hope your day eases up. I know it's going to be a nightmare. And the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS says, because Facebook doesn't want you to spread to YouTube, that's why they don't transfer over. And believe me, I've tried. Legend of the Traveling TARDIS does quality for Facebook monetization, but it's crap. Yeah, I haven't figured out Facebook monetization yet. It's like every time I think I've got it, they change, they keep moving the goalposts to me. So, but whereas YouTube is fairly consistent, and they basically will say, hey, listen, when you hit your mark, we'll tell you, we'll be glad to bring you aboard as a partner. That makes me happy. So people that actually want your business, go figure. Whereas Facebook is like, why should we bother, sort of thing. That's why the backlinks thing is working, Christian. And I'm still setting everybody up, but I think I've got everybody in the network that I want. And I've got a couple people that aren't in our network that I'm wanting to help. So I'm doing that too. But anyway, we've got a plan. We're working it, and it seems to be working. So, and thank you, Heather. Much love. Always. Scott Crocker says, I went back and read through the comments. And wow, yeah, I'm glad I missed it. Yeah. It could have been uglier than it was. But again, Jody McPhee did a great job of getting through it. He really did. And like I said, he did a great job of mediation. And I don't know that anything got solved, but I think it could have been worse. He could have made some enemies with this one, guilt by association. But I think Joe won him over because Joe runs a great show, and that's why everyone every Saturday night at 10, just before stupid o'clock, should be watching from the desk of a small press publisher. It is a great show, and Joe does a great job at it. He really does. And Rick Riley says, good morning, Nevermorians. Rick, glad to have you here. Hope your morning's going well. And there is that link to that promo from Saturday on Instagram. Please check it out and let Philip know what you think of it. All right. Give him some guidance there. And reality is a crutch for people who can't handle science fiction. Amen, Joe Dog McKeel. By God, every time I read Yahoo News, I want to run off and watch more Ultraman. That's all there is to it. And Willow Schuyler says, small press publisher, I was asked to help promote a fellow Canadian's event not that long ago. I had to deny his request because morally I couldn't promote the celebrity he has as his guest. Yeah, and that's, that is something. It's like, in fact, I was talking with someone just yesterday about a potential show. Now, I'm not looking to add on to the shows I'm doing this year. I've got about a dozen, and I'm comfortable with it, with maybe a few more in the pipeline. But there is someone who could show up that I have issues with. I have major issues with. It is a back issue dealer who is... the nicest thing I can say about him is he's a misogynist. That's about all I can say. And he thinks he thinks not having children is funny, which, not having children by choice is hilarious. And time before last when I saw him, he said it once too often, and I got in his face and I told him that I was going to take him out to the parking lot and beat him till he went into a coma. And he believed me because he didn't talk to me for the rest of the day. It was really glorious. And I went and I did go to the promoter and I did apologize. I said, you may get some feedback from it. And if you want me to go, I will. I shouldn't have behaved like that. And his first question was, why didn't you take him out there? I've had a belly full of that guy. I'll hold the door open if you'll take him out and put him in the hospital. I'm like, it's on It's on the table. So anyway, yeah. Willow, I agree with you, and good on you for taking that stand. I've got some people that I don't want to promote them. I really don't, because their ideals and mine do not align at all. So I get it. And God bless you, Willow. I love you even more having seen that. Okay. If that was possible. And Rick Bradley says, go check out my Amazon author page. Check out at www.amazon.com/author/Rick Bradley. Check out his author page there. And Brian Rodman, do you enjoy writing on the edge? If you don't, then fix yourself by heading over to CKOEPB.com and see what Cindy Kep has cooking. Her newsletter is amazing, and her books are original. In the age of reboots and sequels, her ideas are refreshing. Go now. Seriously, leave the show. I would understand if you abandoned me for Cindy Kep, because she is delightful and charming, and we love her too. CKOEPB.com, and I do love her newsletter. I really do. I reread those things, especially when I'm feeling down. She is so positive, and she is a great writer. Check out her Patreon page and just give her $1 a month. It's affordable, and it sends a positive message to her. It really does. And R. Brad, sorry I hit without meaning to. That's okay, Rick. You notice I filled in the rest. I'm a professional, and I've got more of your stuff memorized than I do my own. Anyway, Joe Dog McKeel, wow, I heard that sneeze from here. You may need to check to see if the windows didn't blow out. Hashtag bless you, Cookie. Okay, she's got her wife hearing in. Anyway, thank you, Joe Dog, and congratulations, Grant, from Amy Hale. On behalf of all of us, sincerely, Grant, you did great, okay? And we expect more out of you now, okay? And Legend Traveling TARDIS says, Trevor Hawkins, challenge accepted. And there, Grant Lankert is showing his gratitude, and we are all grateful you put that thing together, Grant. We really are. And Jeremy Woodring will help you get your project in front of the masses, says Brian Rodman. Who would know? Head on over to jeremywoodring.com and let him take your project and make it even fancier than it already is, and then watch the people flock to your project like a fat kid to sweet, sweet chocolate cake. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Get Jeremy Woodring on your project. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. All right. Jeremy's like, you two stay away from my promotions from now on. Anyway, check out jeremywoodring.com. And he's a great guy, too. He really is. And speaking of great guys, there's Glenn B. Fleming. Hey, Brian. Hey, Glenn. How are you this morning? For me, afternoon for you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Check out a recent Clever Title Pending. Glenn was fantastic on it. I had a blast having him on there, and he is coming back, believe me. Will Schuyler from the desk of a small press publisher. I got blindsided by that. I don't follow some celebrities at all, nor know about the drama behind them. This is why I have to vet better. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure. Unless you investigate them like they might have committed a murder. That is something I probably would have missed. I do a superficial vetting of some people, or if I've heard of them, I'm like, okay, they're going to be on my show. Cool. So yeah, it makes me nuts to think that some broadcasters don't vet. And I'm like, that's nuts. That is insane. Philip Thompson says, I'll post some art to promote my comic book. That is the way to do it, Philip Thompson. I'm expecting greatness out of you, my friend. I really am. And Brian Rodman, desperate to turn the tide towards their favor. The Confederates have pursued a ghastly ghost story as a last resort. A horrific tale about a mad scientist who is believed to have brought a hideous dead monster back to life. Strangely enough, this foreign fairy tale has proved to be much more fact than fiction. It's Frankenstein meets the Civil War's Confederate Monsters by Dave Swartz. Check it out. Currently funding on Indiegogo. It looks good. I'm going to have to drop some money there. And Scott Rocker says, well, like my best example that I can think of is the latter 4 issues of Nightmare on Elm Street from Innovation, based on the film series. Storyline is excellent, but the artwork, I'll put it this way. I don't think the person who drew the comic has ever seen a woman before. Note to that guy, a woman's waistline is not 2 inches in diameter. I remember that one, Skunk. And I agree. I think wasn't the writing by Steve Gerber, who's one of my favorite writers ever. Great, incredible creative mind. The guy who co-created Howard the Duck and wrote some of the best issues of the Defenders and Man-Thing ever. He wrote those issues, and it was pretty good. But yeah, I agree. The artwork needed help. But someone who doesn't need help is the lovely and delightful Candace Comaleri. Good morning, Brian. Mwah, darling, love you. And Candace has shown me the art that she is submitting for my story for Pulp Reality #2. I am so freaking excited, Candace. It is gorgeous. And did I do right? Okay. Yes. Thank you, honey. Oh, and Joe Dog heard you sneeze and he said, "Bless you, Cookie."
Thank you. Fortunately, the rubber bands still work.
Okay, yeah, so the top of your head, I see the top of your head still on.
Yep.
Yeah, the windows are probably in the driveway by now, but... Well, that's true. That's one way to do it. Thanks, honey. She's going to get more coffee for me. Obviously, she knows me. Love you, honey. And I love you too, Candace. I'm real, honestly, back to where we were. I'm so excited for Pulp Reality. In fact, if you want to find out what Pulp Reality is all about, please check it out. Available now on Amazon. And Candace is in it, and I am in it. But this time, Candace and I are together. And I gotta say, it's kind of a dream of mine. But Candace is such a great illustrator. Check out what you've got to look forward to in Pulp Reality.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on Days Gone By with edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality. Available now from Stormgate Press on Amazon.com.
Check out Pulp Reality #1, available now on Amazon. I'm in there. Bobby Nash is in there. Charles F. Millhouse and Candace Comaleri. And Candace and I are working right. We're not working like this. We are working like this. She provided a beautiful illustration. I'm so excited. I really am. She is a delight. I love you, Candace. And your Skyman. Actually, I look at your Skyman every day when I'm broadcasting. So hope you're doing well. All right. Heather Allen says, Comics and More Chaos is built for creative types to promote themselves, sell, show off their projects, and the fans who love them or would kill for the chance to. I added that. Please join the group and give some love at Facebook at Comics and More Chaos. Please go to that page and give it a like if you would, please. And Heather, thank you for everything you do for the community. You are fantastic. And speaking of fantastic, here's Amy Hale. We're adding branded artwork to my accent wall for the videos. I own the copyrights. It looks good, and it advertises for me without being in your face. I like that. That's something I need to get back to with this. I mean, I love my Wall O stuff, and I get to, give some love to like Control Shona and Andy Cordy and I notice I have our picture from Heroes for Kids up there, and also Master Ron Fitzgerald, the TARDIS, and Ted Davies artwork up there. That's Mr. Skeletor up there. But yeah, I need to get my books and everything up there. Thank you, Amy, for that reminder. One more thing to do. And Skunk Rocker says, and that's why I'll never be a guest on Clever Tile Pending. Construction foremen and sailors ain't got nothing on me. Dude, your challenge is accepted. I would have you on. And I know you can watch your language, so we will have to have you on. Seriously, man, you're a terrific broadcaster. You love old movies, especially the schlocky ones on Scrubhouse Video Club. And you're just a fun guy. Why would we not have you on? Skunk, we got to talk. I'm booked into April, but which is how I like it. But we'll have to talk. Seriously, let's remind me, please. Joe Dog McKeel, I didn't know there were that many fans of competitive basket weaving. Then again, they all seemed a little bit tight-wrapped group. Yeah. Some of them are more tightly wrapped than others, it seems. And Philip Russert for his Creator Con. That's who I loaded last night. That's why I loaded last night, Heather. I think I got everybody now. Finally, I've been trying to get through all my work, and it's like, oh crap, I got to promote. I'm gonna lay my people down. But Heather Ellen never lets you down. Please check out our show from last night, comics, and let's see. Let's get that card up there. Let's get that card so Brian can remember. There it is. There's the Broadcast Network, Rising Tide Network. Comics, Chaos, and Sass, Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. Do a screen capture right now. And let's get some eyeballs in front of these great shows. Not just me. There's just so much going on that is so wonderful in the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. I'm so proud of everyone and so grateful that they want to be affiliated with me. Anyway, Brian Rodman says, is it just me or does it feel like February is about 3 days long? How's it the last Monday of the month already? Yeah, I know. Time flies when you're shoveling. Right? Heather says, I did share it on there last night. I was just moving a bit slow. You doing okay? I guess I got on there before you did. So anyway, I will make sure that we make up for it, Heather. I promise. And good morning to the Eric Hawkins. And again, thank you for your notice over the weekend. I may not wait till next week. You know what I'm saying? And Rick Bradley says, you don't vet well for your show either at times. You're laying me on. Well, there's that. I do agree with you, though. I know when I start broadcasting at some point in time, I'll be vetting anyone that comes on. That means I'll never be on with Rick Bradley. That's for sure. If he has any taste at all. Oh, but no, Rick, you're great. You're fantastic. There we go. Mouth breathing knuckle dragon slackers. There we go, Joe Dog. That is it. Yeah, I like to. Do you watch Team Skeptic on YouTube? I think you would enjoy it. It's well researched and a lot of fun if you like poking fun at flat earthers, anti-maskers, and Karens. Anyway, Ryan Permesson, good to see you, sir. Watching your great shows this last weekend. Good morning, Nevermorians. How are you, Ryan? We hope you are well. Check out the latest episode of the Nerdcast right there on Anchor FM, episode 87, because 86 of them weren't enough. Check it out. Check out what Ryan does. He is fantastic. And Brian Rodman says, as a hardcore Christian who has gone to Bible college and was in ministry for years, I can tell you for sure that face masks are not the mark of the beast. I know you were concerned, but don't worry. Papa Brian's here to set the record straight. That's right. It's fezzes that are, right? Anyway, no, actually, they're not. They're cool accessories. Fezzes are cool, just like bow ties. But no, I'm thinking that if anything, people who are against masks are doing Satan's work, if anything, because Satan was put here to bedevil us, right, so to speak. And losing the ability to taste and smell is a good way to do it. Ryan Permesson says, catch up on all the latest videos and subscribe to the channel today, Nerd Culture channel on YouTube. Definitely give that some love. All right. And this week's episode of the Dastardly Dingoes podcast, as Brian Rodman just dropped, and hopefully it didn't break, we review Wonder Woman 84, and I promise it's not just us bashing the movie. There were parts we did find entertaining and fun. Check out what we have to say at that address there. Please check it out. I will be watching that show. It'll be great. And Armchair Rocket Science News. Starship SN10 static fire test today. We will go live after 10-minute alert. Just got confirmation with road closure. Ooh, cool. Oh, good luck to SN10, which is the attempts from Elon Musk to do a rocket that goes up and comes back down and lands. And it can be reused up to 5 times, I believe it is, which will save NASA buku bucks. And check it out. The clench factor is high on that. And again, congratulations to Joe Dog McKeel and the Armchair Rocket Science crew. John and Heather, for a great broadcast on the Mars landing last week. I am still in awe of that thing. Man alive. To come within 35 meters of the intended landing site, you got to, I was telling somebody about it. It's almost like blindfolding yourself and throwing a dart into the next room. And hitting the bullseye, the edge of the bullseye marker. It's like just that much precision, and everything that I'm seeing just makes me so happy. to watch that. So anyway, yeah, definitely, Joe Dog. Use our pages, use my page and everything to get to some people to your armchair rocket science. Bill Sargent says, if you ever want me on your show, Brian, you don't have to worry about vetting me. I've already had my rabies and distemper shots. Well, are you house trained though, Bill? That's my only concern. I'll just lay down some extra newspapers for you. We could talk. And Brian Rodman, I'm a prime example of how irresponsible BKM is with vetting guests. Yeah, gaze upon my works in despair. So, no, you're awesome, Brian. That's why you're on the show Thursday night. Ryan Permisson saw War Games and People Like Us this weekend. Good double feature. Yeah, War Games. That's a movie I could stand to watch again. Keisha Acuff says, someone just needs to make a huge master list of all the shows I need to start watching. Well, I've got a list for you to start you off right. So, our network, seriously. One of the things I love about this network is the fact that we've got a variety of shows. We are like a regular network. It's not all just one echo chamber. We have science, we have discussion, we have geekdom, we have creativity, we have cigars and watches, and coming soon, another one from Ted Davies. That's going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to the announcement there. Brian Robin says, remember everyone, tip your host or perish. If you don't go to patreon.com/Brian K. Morris, it is very possible that your house will fall into a sinkhole. Well, that's scientifically proven, I believe. Don't take that chance. You could be saved from this terrible fate for just $1 a month. $1 a month. Save you and your family today. Thank you so much, Brian. Yes, and check out Brian Rodman. He's also got a Patreon page that is very, very worth subscribing to. In fact, if you were his Patreon supporter, you would know what some of the pages from his upcoming Memoirs of an Angel #7 will look like. And ooh la la, if you aren't excited, you have no human soul. So yes, please go to our Patreon pages, and $1 a month helps so much. It really does. And I appreciate it greatly. And I will thank you personally. And speaking of thank you, there's Russell Allen, who was on our show, Clever Title Pending, last Tuesday, and he was awesome. Good morning, Nevermorians. Back at work, and boy, what a crazy day. Hope everyone is having a great day today. I hope you are too, Russ, and congratulations on your full funding. Again, the Nevermorians took care of you. And we helped Grant Lankard get his, and thank you all to everyone who funded those projects. Seriously, thank you very much. I appreciate your support of our fellow Nevermorians, people who are good to us, and we try to help them too, right? And Cindy Cap, good morning. Daylight buck short, bud. Don't forget to tip your host. Thank you, Cindy. And don't forget CKOEPP.com and check out that newsletter. You can, if you subscribe, you'll be glad to. And Cindy, I'm about halfway through your script. All right. And you got to see this at Smashwords. It's me. And then you got to go to Amazon and pick up paperbacks. You can get the electronic books in one place and, just spread the love. Thank you, Cindy. And Philip Thompson. Philip, I'm not going to read any more of these comments. I will get to it eventually. All right. And Cindy Cap, go Grant. Go Grant. Go Grant. Yeah. And Skunk Rocker says, I only get so many characters on this thing. I can't explain myself very well. I didn't mean Joe D. McPhee show. I meant the after show for Stupid O'Clock, where as far as I can tell, same thing happened. Saturday night was like Mercury in retrograde or something. It sounds like the squirrels went hungry because all the nuts went out, managed to come out of hiding. And Cindy Cap says, it's a coyote, it's a wolf. It's a coy wolf. Go to Amazon and check out Amanda Tockert. She is a fantastic writer, so talented. And so is her husband. If you ever need to choreograph a sword fight or play big stompy robots, you should go here. Check out Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He is that's a very talented family there, husband and wife. It is so cool to see. And Russell Allen, thanks for all the support for my project. Please keep the train moving and share at that Kickstarter address. Check it out. Russell did a great job on his launch for Xenonenite Titan, and it's still rocking, it's still rolling, and let's keep the train a-moving all night long. And Skunk Rocker, but I do feel bad for both Joes for having to deal with that. We get it occasionally in the Scrubhouse Discord as well. I hate it. You just sometimes have to deal with jerks. Yeah, I've had it here too. I've gotten better at hiding it. Is the thing. So if you're listening and not watching, sometimes we were getting a concerted effort to derail the show at one point when we really started, shooting upwards. Some people found us on Facebook. And I'm not counting the guys that come in like after a broadcast and put in like a link to their porno site. I mean, it's like the Bible says about the poor, they shall always be with us. Idiots like that. But we deal with them when we get them. So once I find them, they're gone. But yeah, we had a group of one or I should say probably about 4 or 5 people that were trying to derail this show, and we dealt with them. When they show up on Facebook, we block them. We can block them here from StreamYard. And on Facebook, it's not quite, I don't get quite the control I do here. I don't have an ability to, I don't think I have an ability to block them. But I write down who they are, and I go into Facebook and I block them. So we don't have to. So basically, I kept doing it. And then after a while, I would read ahead. And if it was an unfamiliar name, I would either vet what they said. If it was something nice, I would say it. Or if I didn't recognize the name and my spider sense went off, my spider sense is getting really good these days. I just wouldn't read it at all. And the best thing to do with people like that, in the comments at least, is ignore them and make sure they can't do it again. They get the message. Most of them do. Anyway, so yeah, I feel bad too. But like I said, Joe D. McPhee did a great job of handling it. Really, really, he did. I'm really proud of you, Joe. I really am. And Joe Dog, I'm sorry it happened to you. I do need to check that out anyway. I was going to watch the show anyway. But sorry you had to go through it. I'm sure you handled it as best you could. Cindy Cap says, I recently got a peek at a possible cover for Animal Eye Issue 1. Check out Roll Cruz's artwork there at artstation.com/Roll Cruz. Get into that album there and check out. He's doing some great work for you, Cindy. And I know your scripts are complex and got to be a bear to write. But he's handling it. Man, is Roll Cruz handling it great. And get excited, says Jeremy Woodring. Ah! Okay, is that good? Anyway, JeremyWoodring.com. Check in with him for all your video editing needs. And for a magical time, check out John Pica, who's busy enrolling happy people into healthcare.gov this morning. And John's pulling out his hair. Anyway, Cindy Cap, thank you very much. And CKOEPP.com, please sign up for her newsletter and please sign up for her Patreon. She's got a great Patreon offering, and you can check out her writing. Oh, wow, it's great. And speaking of writing, if you check out my Patreon, the next chapter of The Terrors chapter 10 will drop this Thursday morning. So you want to sign up for my Patreon page, go to patreon.com and look up Brian K. Morris, all one word, all lowercase, and you'll find me. Otherwise, send me a request. I'll send you a link and you can sign up for my page. And you said two-fisted, says the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. I did, because I was thinking of you. And I remember those movies you made on YouPorn. But anyway, don't miss this. This is Cindy Amy Hale, who's also going to have her great Creative as Hell show this coming Thursday at 8 p.m. Always a treat to be with Amy and John. And let's see. And Philip Thompson, do you promote your work on Facebook groups? Yes, I do. It is not the most efficient way to promote, but it is good and just costs you time and no money. So anyway, it's a good way to start, Philip, and it's a good way to refine your pitch. So try it, test it out. But first, Philip, make sure that they allow promotion on there, because you can get blocked from some pages that don't allow it. They are just there for discussion. Okay. And Nick Tucker, good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Historical Fencing Guild host, you awesome person, you. Gotta catch up on your show too. Got my YouTube channel and Patreon links finally fixed. Brian, have you gone into your settings and fixed your link? You have more than 100 subscribers. Yes, I do, sir. In fact, as of this morning, I had 440. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed. And please recommend me to your friends if you have any joy whatsoever from these broadcasts. I do appreciate it. And Nick, I'm glad you got that straightened out. And Nick, I got to update my links for you. We're gonna see about getting you some more people too. You deserve them. Cindy Cap, if you missed the Davenport QuadCon, go here. Check it out. And Michaela Jade, yes, she about sold out of books at Davenport. So proud of her. I may try to go. I am looking at another quad con, and Cindy, we may have to coordinate. It'd be great to get you, me, and Michaela together at that thing. Amy Hill, that photo from Heroes for Kids is one of my favorites. So funny. Mine too. I love it. I mean, you can't see it, but Eric Hawkins is holding up the hammer of Thor because he is worthy. I'm reading a book and can't make head nor tails out of it, and Amy has a knife at my throat and is gleefully thinking, I'm going to stab me as a hack. And then we have some great cosplayers. The wonderful Kathy Jackson's in there. And my favorite Harley Quinn is lying across the thing. Just, she's down there and nobody's looking at the rest of us. But anyway, yeah, that's one of my favorite pictures too. Chris Pence did a great job on that one. That was so much fun taking it too. Hoping we can do it again this coming July at Heroes for Kids Con. Contact Jessica Johnson or go to Heroes for Kids Con page on Facebook, and there's still tables available, I understand. So anyway, Brian Robbins says, Philip, I absolutely do when it is appropriate to do so, depending on the rules. As much as you can get your work out in front of folks, do it. That's what Brian says. You got two Brians that are telling you that, Philip, me and Brian. So please, do it, man. Seriously. And I guess YouTube isn't letting post anything with a link is the problem. Pops Van Zandt, yeah, they sometimes it doesn't drop into my StreamYard, but the thing is I do go back, and if you have a link, it will often ask me if I'm okay with it. And I will, if it's like you, I'm most certainly yes. Unless you're promoting your Pornhub page, in which case I will have to vet that first to see if it's worthy of my people. But anyway, yeah, YouTube is, Facebook is just as bad, Pops, if not worse. I did an experiment about 3 years ago with links where I would post a link to somebody's YouTube, and my reach went down 90%, about 90% on average. Now I'm doing backlinks, and that's overcoming a lot of it. And so that's what I would recommend, Pops, is at least set up some backlinks, as long as YouTube, or at least if YouTube's going to, not be kind to you, Facebook is going to screw you too, if not worse. So put up your backlinks between the two of them so that you can get some traffic, maybe to support you on both channels. Joe Dog McKeel, I love deadlines. I especially love the whooshing sound they make as they go flying by. I'm good with deadlines. I really am. So I'm glad to have them most of the time. Scott Rockers, yes, Pops, you can only post links if you are a moderator or owner of a channel doing a live stream. It's weird, but that's the way it is. We recommend if you're going to post a link, do it on Facebook. There we go. And Nick Tucker says, as with the YouTube, so too is my Patreon. Thank you for your support, helping make swordplay available for everyone, Brian. Hey, glad to do my part to make sure that the populace kills each other safely using swords. Anyway, because remember, folks, when the zombies attack, swords never run out of ammo. Just saying. And Cindy Cap says, podcasts are everywhere. They're everywhere, she tells you. Clever title pending. Nevermind the Furthermore. Dastardly Dangles. The Historical Fencing Guild. The Legend of Traveling TARDIS Nerd Culture. The Back of the Cereal Box. Stupid O'Clock. TED Talks. Amy Hale. Michaela Jaden. My brain went on the rest of them. Yeah. Seriously, there's some good stuff. And Cindy Kip, thank you so much for all you do for us. I adore you. And Amy Hale says, I think YouTube hid my comment. Charles Millhouse is our guest this week as creative on it as Hale. Cool. Then I'm going to write that down. Because I've still got a couple days of promo for you. Millhouse. Okay. And creative as Hale. It's a hail of a good time. Yes, I wrote down my appointment book, so I know. But no, that'll be fantastic. I will be sure to tune in. And we will be off the air by the time you launch, Amy. So I will see to it because we love you. Anyway, please check out Creative as Hale on Facebook and on YouTube. Amy Hill and John Hale, Mr. Amy Hale, run a fantastic show. And Charles F. Millhouse will not disappoint. He's a great, great source of information and entertainment. We love him. We really do. Love him and Marianne both. And okay, says Bob Jones and Brian Robin. Oh no, fezzes are definitely the mark of the beast. No, no, fezzes are definitely the mark of the beast. beast. Yeah. Well, either way, we'll take it. It increases our notoriety. And let's go back to your comments here. Legend of the Traveling TARDIS says, masks are not the mark of the beast. They make the mark of the beast. They make me break out. Oh, well, that's a good thing. Wear a mask when you go to jail next time. And tonight on Monday Madness, 8 p.m., Dustin Brunel, he's got a Kickstarter for the Listener Book 2, and Shane Siddall, the comic guru from Down Under, comics with an X.net. .au for Australia. Anyway, check out Pop's Transcendence show tonight at 8 p.m. The madness. Let the madness wash over you. And speaking of washing over you, the Nick Talker says, the mighty Manatee Man, master of marketing, reminds you all to plug your works. Brian, risingtide.pub for the new monthly newsletter, which is only a couple weeks out. That's true. Should be coming out this coming Monday. And we're already picking the secret links, and we've got to do the secret video later this week. But anyway, we do a video. It's like this, but it's only for my newsletter subscribers. And if you subscribe to my newsletter, you can get it. So please go to risingtide.pub, or go to, if you have Facebook Messenger, send me your email address, and I will happily sign you up myself. And I promise we do not trade, sell, barter, give away anything, your contact information. It stays with me. I'm greedy. And Cindy Cap says Patreon is a great place to connect with your favorite artistic sorts. There are a terrific number of Nevermorians on there, and you can get a sneak peek at Animal Eye art and catch up on freelance words where you might recognize some of the characters, I bet you. Go to patreon.com/CKOEPP. That's good branding. Consistent messaging, girl. Anyway, Cindy Cap is also an amazing wordsmith, and check out the work she has for free on Patreon. And like I said, $1 will get you something from all of us who are on Patreon. $5 will get you even more. You'll get to look at the chapters of The Terror, my brand new first draft flash novel. I'm writing without an outline. God help me. But anyway, we'll be sharing that another chapter of that this Thursday. So please sign up for my Patreon page. Well, this is not a good thing. I'm out of super glue and duct tape, and my give a dang just broke again, says Joe Dog McKeel. I know. I have a field full of craps to give, and it is fallow. Cindy Cap says, and I'm out of break, and I don't even get to lurk today. I'll catch up with you all later. In the meantime, hashtag bring Cookie home. Hashtag bring Cindy home, too. Love you, hon. Mwah. Thank you so much for all you do, and I'll be finishing up your script hopefully the next day or two. I'm really enjoying it. You're doing a great job. And Lacey Lemke, who always does a great job. Mwah. Love you, darn. Good morning. Today is a great day. The snow is starting to melt. We can say snow if it's going away. And anyway, check out Nightmare Oasis by Lacey Lemke. Also check out Nightmare Oasis 2, and also Zin of the Misty Veils. 3 great books by our girl there, Lacey Lemke. And so good to see you. Good, always great to talk to you, hon. And Nick Tucker says, and I will be a touch flighty as this is a week before my deadline on the first draft of the Fighting Axe, the latest sequel to the Simple Sword. Yes. Oh, Nick, I'm so excited for you, man. That's going to be so much fun. And Michaela Jade from YouTube. Mwah. Hey, y'all just got in the door at home from a great trip to Davenport, Iowa for QuadCon. I'm proud of you, Michaela. You done good there, girl. And like I said, I'm we already talked. I won't be setting up at Peoria, but Cookie and I are looking forward to possibly being there with you. Oh, and speaking of being there with us, hey, here again, I'm getting a refill on the coffee. Thank you, sweetie.
Welcome.
And you're going to get some for you, right?
Yeah.
Good. All right. I can sleep better now. Probably during this show. Hot from the pot. Anyway, Michaela, mwah, good work this weekend, son. Good work. Seriously proud of you. And yeah, I caught your message, Michaela. I'll be replying to you, and it wouldn't surprise me that you blocked that idiot. Anyway, Nick Tucker says, well, I can't say when the hybrid role-playing game Quick Play is going to be released, but let's just say I am knocking out the small projects to be ready for video stream play tests. Oopsie, let it out. Look out, folks. Just like Christian by the schoolyard, he let it out. Anyway, glad you're making progress, and you've got at least one play tester waiting in the wings, so might even see if Cookie can do it too. So cool. Anyway, we dealt with them. They're dead now, says Brian Rodman. That's right. We buried them deep, so not even the vultures are going to be polluted by their carcasses. And it is time. Don't die, feed Cookie. Hashtag good hashtag. And I'm only 13 minutes behind when I read that. I'm doing good. And the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS is getting him some. And Nick Tucker says, there were only 2 P's in COKPP.com. I forgot once and added 3. And then this huge raven showed up at my doorstep. I stand corrected. That'll learn you, Nick. Anyway, check out Nicholas Anthony Tucker. Check out the Historical Fencing Guild Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Fantastic, high-energy information show and entertaining as all get out. And see if one day he finally does final battle with that overhanging ceiling fan and slays it as it deserves. When BKM got just excited, I had extra flashbacks. It was my head spinning around and the puking of the green stuff, right? Hey, Joe Dog, congrats to Michaela on a great weekend. On behalf of all of us, Michaela, I'm proud of you for going out there and staying safe. And kudos to QuadCon for hosting one of our favorite Nevermorians. She is awesome. And Amazon.com/Amanda Toggart is homesick today, but writing diligently. Will you give that lady a hug from me, okay? And tell her we love her and hope she gets well soon. All right. You stay healthy. You and Xander both. And Michaela J. thanks Joe and returns that hugs to Christian. Christian probably fainted and then Christian died. But anyway, Nick Tucker says Brian has 440 subscribers. That is awesome. Congratulations. Thank you. We had another growth spurt this weekend. We're glad to be spurting. And if you aren't subbed, it is time. Brian really is devoted to build us all up, and it's an honor and a privilege. And Nick, we're going to build you up too, brother. We're going to get you up where you belong in the upper stratosphere. And thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Yeah, we had another growth spurt. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We sincerely hope to bring you good entertainment, great information, and on a regular basis. So thank you all for your support. We hope to never let you down. And Brian Rodman, deadlines keep me alive. I wouldn't get anything done without them. Every week I have a deadline for my comic work and Dingo's work. Deadlines save lives. Yeah, I try to get like a minimum amount of work done. Sometimes it's only the minimum. This last few weeks, I've been getting a little more ambitious because it's about time to hit the public and I want to be ready. Plus, I've got this great group of Nevermorians. Honestly, you guys inspire me. I get thanked a lot, and I appreciate that. I really do. But you don't know when I see Nick working on 2 or 3 things at once, I'm like, man, I got to keep up. Or I see Michaela selling out at a show and getting another book ready for publication in March. I'm like, I got to keep up because I want to keep my place at the table so I get to rub elbows and who knows what else with all these wonderful people. And Pops Van Zandt says there could be talk of a possible CromCon Australia tonight. Tune in. Ooh, that sounds exciting. 8 p.m. on the Comic Madness, Pops Van Zandt's channel on YouTube and also on Facebook. Please check it out. From the desk of a small press publisher, getting close to that time. Hashtag keep Cookie out of frame. Hashtag stop Cookie from canceling Brian. You mean like terminating him. And hashtag time to feed Cookie. Thank you, Jody McPhee. And man, seriously, good work Saturday night. Seriously. And Lee Reese is here. Hello, Brian. Just tuning in. Hello, Nevermorians. Lee, always a pleasure to have you here. Hope your morning's going well, my friend. Thank you for showing up. And let's see. Here we go. And we see somebody on Facebook that let's see what we can do. And we can block users. Cool. I don't know this person. So sorry. Anyway. Thank you. And Jeremy Woodring says, I'm back. What did I miss? Well, I just blocked somebody who's trying to get you to sign up for his WhatsApp thing. Let's see. Here we go. And we're going to delete the comment there. And we blocked the user and never to be seen again. Anyway, Jeremy Woodring, Brian caught on fire and juggled babies. It was amazing. Sorry you missed it. Yeah, and the thing is we had a glitch where it only went out live. So even if you go back, you won't be able to see it on the rerun. I'm sorry, man. I really am. And Lacey Lemke, more comic 2 blogspot.com. This is my sister and husband's comic shop. That's right. They said they're happy to let people advertise their projects. Well, very cool. I think they need book signings, Lacey. I know at least 2 people that can fix them up. Russ Allen got to hit the road again. Much love. $294 from the second stretch goal. $294 from the second stretch goal, and 43 backers from unlocking a new free print and your chance at OA. Say what? Yeah. original art, check it out. Russell Allen, check out his brand new book, ZenoNaniteTitan.com, Second Time's the Charm, and check it out. It's a great book. I've read it. I really enjoyed it, and you can enjoy it too. Check out that Kickstarter campaign and give one of our own some love, and Grant Lankert too while you're at it. And let's see, here we go. Just shot past some stuff. Shot. And there we go. Brian Rodman, honestly, as a creator, it's important to vet the shows you are a guest on too. I learned it the hard way. I was on a show that was super disorganized, and I got maybe 1 minute to promote my book, while others got 10 to 15 minutes, and some others got the same amount as I did. You need to know what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, Brian, and sometimes that's a good thought. I do vet the shows that I'm on. I mean, before, when you invited me beyond Dastardly Dingoes, I took the time to watch past episodes. I'm like, I can't wait to be on this show. Same with Joe D. McPhee when he had me on a few weeks ago. I already had been watching his show, though. I will say that. So I pre-vetted him. But I'm sure he's I'm sure you both were like, well, we'll roll the dice and have Brian on, but this is, we got our finger on the button. StreamYard should save us. But anyway, yeah, you have to vet the show. You can't take a chance on somebody coming in and disrupting stuff. And, occasionally, like what I just did, I get guys who are like, hey, come look at this great business opportunity I have. The minute you do that and I don't know you, you're out of here, period. And if it turns out I've got 439 subscribers, oh darn well. Don't be promoting your MLM on here. Anyway, Russell Allen says, Brian Rodman, don't vet my show. I have crazy people like Brian K. Morris on. Yeah, see? You gotta be careful about this stuff. You get somebody on with a fez, God knows what will happen. Anyway, Ted Davies says, thank you, Brian, for all you do. You too, brother. Thank you for your service to the Nevermorian community. I appreciate you building all our businesses. Many thanks. Hey, you're doing it too, man. Right back at you. Have a great day, Brian. All be safe. You too, Ted. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central on TED Talks, and you're going to have Michaela Jade. I don't know if you knew this, but Michaela Jade will be on with Ted Davies Artistry. Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube and TedDaviesArtistry.com and on Facebook. Look them all up. Learn to love them. And once more, says Brian Rodman, as I scratch my nose, my friend this morning was such a treat. Will you help make it so, Brian? And I'm looking forward to Thursday, brother. Thank you for all you do. And thank you all Nevermorians for being such a great tribe to be part of. Go feed Cookie. Okay. Have fun. Be safe and don't do drugs. But if you do, call me. I don't do drugs. Drugs fear an overdose of me. Anyway, hashtag feed Cookie, hashtag bring Cookie home, and hashtag laugh like the shadow. Gladly. Brian Rodman, thank you, brother. Have a great Monday. I insist. And I love deadlines. He still listen to him fly by, says Joe Dog McKeel. And Scott Crocker, you just said that, Joe. Well, it was good the second time, too. And Pops Van saying, great show as usual, Brian. Go feed Cookie. Thank you, Pops. Thank you, brother, for being here. Love everything you do. I really do. Check out Pops Van saying on the Comic Madness tonight at 8 p.m. on his Facebook channel. And also check out his YouTube stuff and give it some love, okay? Nick Tucker says, if you can sleep during the show, your coffee, it isn't strong enough. Hashtag bring Cookie home and hashtag not a cryptid. That's what he says. Anyway, Nick Tucker, thank you, brother. I love you, man. I'm going to drop in on you some Friday. I really am. I'll check with you first. And Randy Zimmerman, great show yesterday, man. Sunday Funnies. We will run a spot for that at the end of the show. Actually, printing shirts this morning while listening to the Nevermore. You have an open door to Sunday Funnies anytime you want to join in, my friend. Yeah, I almost popped in yesterday. I actually woke up fairly early, but I was enjoying watching the show so much. I thought, man, I don't want to interrupt the flow here. This is great. But yeah, Randy, I think I had to pop in every now and then just to make sure that y'all remember what I look like. But anyway, check out Sunday Funnies. Fantastic show. Great show on comics. And Randy, we're starting our own show this coming Thursday. A little different, kind of a distant relation to what you do. You've inspired me, man, to do my own show on comics, and we're going to talk about positive stuff, and maybe we can have you on sometime, my brother. Anyway, we've lined up a fantastic interview that will probably run this Sunday or next with a comic book legend you do not want to miss, Randy Zimmerman. Randy, please promote that on the Rising Tide page and on my personal page. Please use my pages to get that going, okay? Because I want to help you and the Indie Volt channel. And oops, my cut and paste failed me, and it failed this city. Anyway, yeah, definitely check out Randy Zimmerman's great show Sunday morning, and check him out on indievolt.com, Indie Volt Radio. He is part of a fantastic organization over there with Eric Hodgson and the one, the only, the charming, the delightful, the beautiful, the elegant Varian Grant, upon whom hosannas must flow. Anyway, I love what Indie Volt does, and I thank you, Randy. The door's always open, and I appreciate that, and I definitely take you up on that, my friend. And YouTube, Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt, please give that a like, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe, and Lee. And there we go. And Rick Radley says, everyone take care and stay creative. Hashtag bring cookie home. Rick Radley, thank you, brother. Hope your day goes well. Appreciate you, man. And when Michaela Jade was away, the traveling TARDIS went out to play. Yeah, cause and mischief. And Phil Locklear, good to see you, Demon Phil. Hope you're having a great morning. Demon Nation on YouTube. Please check out Phil Locklear and everything he does. Good to see you, man. Haven't talked to you in ages. Hope you're doing well. And Russell's Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, CromCon. He is taking over the show. Goodness gosh almighty, that's gonna be fun. Pops, I gotta get my act together and get back on there. I really do. Miss you guys. And Phil Locklear says, you will get trolls and limelight wannabes at times, hence why technical difficulties will happen. Yeah, I'm getting better at it, Phil. I really am. And thank you for that. Yeah, it's like if you come on here and say, well, check out especially since some of these guys are now mentioning my Nevermorians. Like they might say, well, Phil Locklear, check out my WhatsApp and get your money, man, before it's too late. What am I supposed to think that is, huh? And I saw he tried to get in again, but he's blocked. Oh, darn the bad luck. Anyway, Skunk Rocker, it's 10 till, and I don't know when I'm going to lose signal, so don't die, feed Cookie, and watch Stupid O'Clock this Thursday to see my new studio. Skunk, it's going to be so exciting. Congratulations on the move, my man. And we will check out, and thank you again, as always, for that fantastic countdown clock that starts this show. Love you, man. You have a great day. Russell Allen says, and make sure you check out Grant Lankard's project at that address there with a sweet cross promotion with Zenon and I Titan. Good stuff from both those guys. I'm going to give both some love. And Joe McKeel says, I was working on something electrical. I can deal with the muscle twitches, but how long does that blue spot in the vision hang around? It's good for a couple hours. Trust me, I've been there. And bye, y'all. Joe Dog, thank you for being here, man. Look forward to Armchair Rocket Science later this day, my friend, as we watch the SR-10 take off and hopefully land correctly on the launch pad again. Exciting stuff. The pucker factor is high. And Phil Locklear has a link to his YouTube, Demon Nation Sensation. Thank you, Phil. I left out that last part, brother. Anyway, it's good to see you, Phil. I hope you've been well, my man. And check out what Demon Phil Locklear does. He acts like a demon, but he's really an angel, and we love what he does for the creative community. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate you, man. And with that, we are caught up with your comments. Thank you all very much. Now we will go get Cookie fed, but we've got a litany of things to get through. First of all, thank you to everyone on our Patreon subscriber list. We appreciate you all. And these all have Patreons of their own. Please check them out. Take a screen capture right now and see about supporting them. And your support is greatly appreciated at my channel at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. This coming we just posted a blog entry. Every blog should have a title. And this coming Thursday will be the 10th chapter of my brand new book. It's a flash novel. In other words, I'm not using an outline. I've changed the ending 4 times already, and maybe changing it a 5th time. But we're nearing the end of it. And after that, we will be posting chapters from Aquatic Love Above the Waves as I get them done. So please check out our work there. We appreciate everyone that is forwarding our mission. And all the money goes into our broadcasting and to the look of the show and to our publishing. So we're grateful for that. Also, speaking of publishing and broadcasting, check out the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We have a page there on Facebook. Please check out all the shows. Today I am it as far as Monday goes, but Tuesday, tomorrow, we've got TED Talks at 10 a.m. with the lovely and delightful Michaela Jade, who is rising fast in the indie publishing firmament and with purpose and with clarity of mission. Please check it out and bring your questions for her. Those two are going to have a great conversation tomorrow. And then also check out at 6 p.m., Christian Basil hosts The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. He and Melanie are going to be talking about all things Christopher Eccleston, who's having a birthday soon. And he has returned as the 9th Doctor. Find out how. And have a celebration of all things Christopher Eccleston, highly underrated actor. He's fantastic. I see what I did there, Christian. Also, Bobby Nash will be on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. following that. Also check out, we'll have some special stuff on there. And Bobby is also very special. Check out, he's an award-winning author, Bobby Nash. Check him out at bobbynash.com and abrahamsnow.com. And I am currently reading the Snow books, and we'll be talking about our collaboration. Please check out Bobby Nash. He's great. Bring your questions. He's a great publisher. He's an actor, too. He does all kinds of cool stuff. So check him out. Bring your questions. You can level up with the help of Bobby Nash. So anyway, that's what we've gotten. And Wednesday, we will be back with... also watch the announcement this afternoon for Armchair Rocket Science on the SR-10 being launched today from Cape Canaveral. And then Wednesday, we will be back at 10 a.m. with another Nevermind the Furthermore. And we want to thank our Patreon subscribers. We want to thank Geek Insider for fueling the show. We want to also thank Plasma Fire Graphics, plasmafiregraphics.com. When the look of your book matters to you, check out their work on Facebook and on also on the interwebs. Let Jeffrey Hayes go to work for you and bring people to buy your book. It's good. He does great work. And also don't forget, Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, Comic Book Spectrum with myself, Eric Hawkins, Clyde Hall, and Brian Rodman. And there's a couple places where you can subscribe and watch every episode. We're going to talk comic books, past, present, and future. We're going to have reviews of recent releases of your local comic shop. And then we're going to have a roundtable discussion, and that will lead into Creative as Hale at 8 o'clock with Amy Hale and John Hale and the one, the only Charles F. Millhouse. That'll be great. Anyway, thank you to everyone who's watched this show on Facebook. Whether you're watching on Kathy Jackson's books or the Rising Tide Broadcast Network or Rising Tide Publications page, please, if you enjoyed any part of this, give this video a like. It does help us. And please give the host page a like as well. It helps your host so very much. And not all of them are me, so it'll be good for Kathy Jackson, please. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you've enjoyed any part of this video at all, please give us a thumbs up. That's all we ask of you. Just take a second and give a thumbs up to this video. We hope you enjoyed what you saw. And know that we'll be back Wednesday morning at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. And Kathy Jackson herself says, you are all awesome. It's always fun to hang out with you. Have a great day, everyone. Kathy, we love you. And thank you for having us on your Kathy Jackson's book page. Please give that page a like. That lady deserves more attention than she's getting too. And Phil Locklear, have missed being on to see your show. I need to get you back on Unscripted soon. Changes are happening to the Demon Nation brand. So everyone, please subscribe and see what the buzz is all about. Hashtag waves of change. Hashtag not responsible for therapy. Yeah. We've done more for the therapy business ourselves than anyone can ever imagine. Phil, thank you for being here, brother, though. Seriously, man. Good to see you here, and good luck with the relaunch. And yeah, we'll have to talk. And meanwhile, thank you for being here, and thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed what you saw so far, and hope you'll be back Wednesday morning for more. We will have another show Wednesday morning, 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central Time. Thank you so much for being here. As always, we hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday. Hope you can get through the rest of your work day. And now we got to go feed the missus or vice versa. Who knows? Anyway, thank you all for being here. And as always, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Thank you for being here on Nevermind the Furthermore. We'll see you Wednesday night. Have a great day, everyone.
This is The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.